The Blackrock Shooter series has come out with some really incredible and unique character designs that don't use bright colors, but instead a more muted black and white color palette with strong accent colors for each character. When using such a limited color palette, sometimes it's hard to get a really attention-grabbing figure in a sea of brightly colored characters. However, Good Smile Company has done a fantastic job at translating Dead Master's detail and personality into one incredible 1/8 scale figure that allows her to stand out on her own. Upon first glance, you will notice that her pose and facial expressions command your attention and your respect, which is just what you can expect from the Dead Master character herself. What I find that Good Smile Company does very well is that they know how to bring a character off the screen and into a beautiful 3D form, and that's just what they did. Every aspect of this figure is beautifully crafted. Her paint job is virtually flawless. The details that went into making everything come to life is just amazing. The skull floats above her hand and has the smallest details to keep it from looking flat. The same goes for her base. Every crack and line looks to be perfectly in place, while still being chaotic. But even with so much going on, it still doesn't take away from Dead Master herself. Her eyes look like they are piercing into you with her death glare. Her dress is frilly and girly while being gothic and dark. Plus, it's flowing and flared up just like you would expect from someone who just swung her scythe around hard enough to crack the earth. While the figure shows the strength and beauty of this character, it is, however, not without flaws. Really, there aren't too many that I can point out. The biggest issue I think I have with her is the extra thumb piece that she comes with that swaps out so you can display the skull. Really, there is no need to display her without the skull, as it's like a cherry on a sundae. It just needs to be there. But instead of having the extra thumb attached to the skull, you have to piece the two together. It's not really a big issue, except that the piece that goes into the skull isn't very tight-fitting, and the skull can be easily knocked off. I also find the scythe to be a bit too thin for my taste. Luckily, it isn't suspended in the air, or in two pieces like Ultimate Monica's bow. If that were the case, I could see the scythe having the same breakage problems that the bow does. The shaft just doesn't seem sturdy enough to hold the blade's weight. Other than those couple of things, this figure is an amazing piece of craftsmanship. And what's even more amazing is that I got her for about $60 unopened from AmiAmi's pre-owned section. She did go for a bit more during her initial release, around $90, but for the sculpt, pose, paint, and accessories, she is well worth the price and a steal at what I paid for her. If you are a fan of the Blackrock Shooter series, then I highly suggest combing through AmiAmi's pre-owned section, as well as hunting around Mandarake for this wonderful 3D rendition of Dead Master. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Good Smile Company's 1/8 scale figure for Dead Master. If you are a fan of the Blackrock Shooter series, then let me know who is your favorite character down in the comments below. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye. Looks like a Miku twin tail. So yes, we do have a twin tail.
Gave you a piece of hair.
That could be creepy if you're not like watching the video and seeing what this is. You're like, he got you a lock of hair.